Здравствуйте, с вами снова мистер Снейк. Продолжаем проходить Kotor 2, и эта часть будет прям напичкана разговорами. Мы будем только разговаривать и разговаривать, но таков уж Kotor.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
Почему вообще ситхи ищут меня?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
Но я же больше не джедай.
Whatever lies you tell yourself are of no consequence. The Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
Но это невозможно, я не могу быть последним.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
А как насчет джедаев на Дантуине и Корусанте?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed.
Но если еще кто-то остался в живых, их нужно предупредить.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
Раньше ты сказала, что судьбоносец летел на Телос.
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
А как ты вообще узнала, что я на борту судьбоносца?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
Это необычная цепь совпадений.
True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
А как мы попали на Пирагус?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to... Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
Он говорит, что отремонтировал корабль и доставил нас на Пирагус.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
Почему я не помню, как ты спасла меня?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds.
Ну хорошо, мы сбежали от ситхов, как нам теперь остановить их?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Ха, нормально так. Ну что же мы тогда должны делать?
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
И что же, ты этим хочешь сказать, что мы вообще обречены, что ли?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
Да ты знаешь, не особенно, когда хочется. А есть место, где мы можем спрятаться?
That's the first smart thing I've heard since you two started talking.
For a time, yes. Telos may be such a place. All our paths seem to lead us there. Perhaps there, if you are willing, I can train you, help you to survive a while longer.
Отлично. Мы позволим им прийти, и они попадутся в нашу ловушку. На самом деле здесь без разницы, что вы ответите, все равно услышите следующий диалог, кроме последнего варианта, конечно.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
Здесь, в принципе, та же самая ситуация, что бы вы ни ответили, все равно она ответит одно и то же. Когда-то мне удалось предотвратить войну, и я уверен, что смогу сделать это снова.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn, but we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
Похоже, она неплохо себя чувствует для того, кто только что лишился руки.
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
Наверное, ты прав. Мне лучше пойти проведать ее. Ну хорошо, Пирагус, в принципе, закончен. Если вы не поняли, что там произошло, и, ну, в этом случае вы, конечно, невнимательно дочитали все диалоги, и, возможно, их пропускали, ну, напишите, если много кто не понял, то я постараюсь еще раз это вкратце объяснить, а здесь мы находим дроида HK, ну и очевидно, что это тот самый HK-47, его можно будет подчинить, это, в принципе, квест, который будет выполняться в течение, я не знаю, ну как минимум одной планеты, наверное. Вот, поэтому не сразу он в нашей команде появится, но я постараюсь как можно быстрее это сделать, хотя, возможно, даже и 2 планеты придется посетить. Ну, а Крей находится вот здесь. Если ты о своей руке, то выбор за тобой.
And that I was the only one who stood between you and him. This wound is a physical thing and will fade with time. It was necessary. Some things may only be learned from sacrifice.
Если я почувствовал, что ты потеряла руку, представляешь, что бы было, если бы ты умерла?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
А это было бы смертельно?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Слушай, я не хочу своими поступками ставить тебя под удар.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragas.
А есть ли у нашей связи какие-нибудь преимущества?
It seems the force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well. A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
В общем, суть в том, что у нас есть связь с Крей, и... А что нам теперь делать?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
Ну хорошо, мы убегаем, но куда-то же мы идем.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Достаточно, но для чего?
Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
А что, если мы не найдем никаких полезных нам следов учения джедаев?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
Ладно, пока я услышал достаточно. Нужно проверить.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
А не так плохо, хотя ты права.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first and his allies next.
Так, отлично. Влияние мы ее не потеряли, значит, продолжаем разговор.
If I were you, I would see to that fool in the cockpit. I would...
У меня пока есть другие вопросы к тебе.
Ask.
Мне нужно узнать больше о тех ситхах, которые охотятся за нами.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
Первый раскол?
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
Но эти ситхи кажутся немного другими.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
Я раньше никогда не видел ситхов-убийц, таких как на Судьбоносце.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
Норм, чё? Ладно, у меня еще есть вопросы к тебе.
Ask, and
Когда мы были на Пирагусе, я снова смог ощутить силу.
indeed. And was it the same as before?
Это скорее было как шепот на грани слышимости.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
Подожди, джедаи отрезали меня от силы?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
Нельзя отсекать от силы, это все равно, что убить или ослепить.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
Должен же быть способ вернуть все как было.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
Ты говоришь, что это возможно, но как?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
Тогда я буду очень ценить все твои тренировки.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
Я буду рад любой помощи, которую ты предложишь.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you, through my words and presence.
Ну хорошо, пока с меня хватит.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit. He is a what?
Кстати, я не буду отыгрывать роль такого упоротого джедая, я буду отыгрывать роль изгнанника, которого я себе представляю. Вот. Кстати, давайте еще с Т3 поговорим. Похоже, время оставило немало повреждений на твоем корпусе. Насколько эти повреждения серьезны? Итак, вдобавок к повреждению корпуса у тебя еще и пострадало ядро. Я уверен, что ты вернешь свои умения, я рад, что ты с нами. Давай, Покедова. Ну, вот так можно получить легко влияние Т3, правда, это особо смысла не имеет, потому что мне просто ремонта не хватит, чтобы его вычинить. Ну, давайте уже вдвигаться на Телос.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
Тайны, как всегда.
What a surprise. Just so you Jedi know, the whole cryptic routine isn't mysterious, it's just irritating. If you really can see the future, you should be at the Pazak table.
Но чтобы познать будущее, надо познать себя.
What was that, some kind of joke? That's what I'm talking about. Jedi talk. You two should start your own little Jedi academy.
Но чтобы учить, надо хотеть учиться.
All right, cut it out. I get it. Last Jedi in the galaxy, I get the comedian who runs around in his underwear. Not that I'm complaining. Most Jedi wouldn't know a joke if it crawled up their lightsabers. Our passenger, for example.
Не думаю, что Грея джедай.
Then she must be royalty. Because she's got to be queen of the galaxy to bark out orders like that. Or maybe she's senile. I mean, how old do you think she is? She may have been good-looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
Хорошо выглядит, у вас все в порядке с головой.
Hey, I just got out of prison. If we had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now. After spacing that old witch, of course.
Слушай, прекрати уже эти оскорбления. Она была ранена, помогла нам бежать, ты помнишь?
Whoa, all right, don't get mad at me. Hey, I didn't ask her to stay behind and get her hand cut off, okay? I mean, I appreciate what she did and all, but she could stand to lay off the insults herself, you know?
Мы все еще на пути к Телосу.
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Paragus had logged in their astrogation charts. You know, if you thought Paragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Я так и поступлю.
So, what happened?
Чё?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
Изгнанникам не разрешают иметь световые мечи.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
Нет, это была одиночная рукоятка.
Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Не знаю, почему здесь написано оба клинка. Вообще, по идее, клинок и кристалл были уникальными.
Yeah? Unique how?
На самом деле, плевать, что ответить. Ну, давайте ответим. Он был синий, которым пользуются стражи.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
Я думаю, что это только сильнее заставит их охотиться за мной.
All right, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Здесь мы создали свой световой меч, но нам все равно его не дадут подержать в руках, поэтому как бы так только. По приколу чисто. Летим на Телос, пока он нам единственный доступен. Хотя что-то я не понял. Может, в конце игры можно будет его забрать? У нас же отобрали его. И по идее, если за ситхов будем играть, его можно будет вернуть. Но что-то я не помню, чтобы я его подбирал когда-то. А может, просто внимания не обращал.
Attention, this is Citadel Station Bay Control, Dock Module 126. Please remain where you are. Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion... Uh-oh. Here comes the welcoming party. They may not know what happened, so don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant Gren, Telos Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Мы что, арестованы?
You haven't been formally charged, but you will be placed under house arrest pending the results of our investigation. Due to the nature of the investigation, I have no specific timetable to offer you. In the meantime, your ship and any droids will have to be given over for safekeeping. Yes, that includes you. You are a droid, so you will be detained. In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
Я смогу получить мое имущество обратно?
If you are cleared of any involvement, your personal effects will be returned to you. You will be held briefly in the TSF station until living quarters can be arranged, at which point you will be placed under house arrest. Do you understand?
Нет, почему вы задерживаете нас?
Because this vessel and its passengers are connected with the destruction of a fuel mining facility, one that this station depends upon. We would like to find out the extent of your involvement.
Ладно, я буду сотрудничать, но я это запомню.
Good. My men will relieve you of any arms and armor. Please follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
И что это сейчас происходит вообще? Что это за чувиха? Да, похоже, тут все не так просто, как кажется.
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in residential module 082.
Силовая клетка — это просто смешно.
As I said, this is only temporary while other arrangements are made. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to bear with us until then.
Стой, у меня еще есть к тебе вопросы.
I've many matters to tend to. Your questions will have to wait.
Well, we might be here for a while. Might as well get comfortable.
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi. I must admit I'm a little disappointed.
Ты ошибаешься, я не джедай.
Jedi or no, you're the one I am pledged to kill. There is no mistaking that. The exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the exchange.
You bounty hunters couldn't even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse.
Давайте узнаем его план. Зачем ты здесь?
Like I said, the exchange has put out a huge bounty on Jedi. I'm just looking forward to early retirement.
Мы в отделении ТСБ, как ты думаешь покинуть его?
The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you. By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place.
Я не хочу с тобой драться.
Easier for me then. Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Hey, leave him alone. You want to fight? Then try me if you've got the guts.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. But I shall dispose of all of you eventually. And an old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi are no match to my skills.
Что? Он назвал нашу бабку старухой? Пришло время мести. Давайте переключимся на Крею, потому что все равно у нашего героя пока недостаточно способностей. Ну и, скажем, используем молнию. Ну и ты что не стреляешь-то? Капец. Да, недостаточно еще мудрости, потому что улетает спас-броски, но его скиллов тоже недостаточно.
What? What's going on here?
Man down! Quick! Call a medic!
All right, Jedi. I want you to back up slowly. Hands in front of you. Into the force cage. Cooperate, and we won't have to gun you down.
Come on, Lieutenant. They've already killed... who is that? Is that Batu-Rem?
Впечатляет. Позволил затесаться в свои ряды наемному убийце.
Rem's no assassin.
Batu-Rem is on leave. He shouldn't even be on the station. This man isn't him.
Я рад, что хоть кто-то это заметил. Только чуток поздновато.
We've arranged for an apartment in residential module 082. You'll stay there under house arrest until our investigation of the Paragus matter is complete. You'll be under TSF protection. I'll personally clear any visitors to your quarters, and we'll investigate this incident to the best of our ability.
Отлично. Еще одно расследование.
Officer, get Lieutenant Yima a report of this incident. She'll look into this. The rest of you come with me. We'll escort you to the apartment in 082 immediately.
Слегка потроллили этого парня. Я думаю, после всего того, что он нам сделал, это будет совершенно не лишним.
These will serve as your quarters for the duration of your house arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. Again, I'll clear any visitors. There won't be another incident.
But just to be on the safe side, why don't you leave us a blaster or two?
И сколько мы здесь пробудем?
I can't say. We have a ship examining what's left of the Paragus facility now, so your stay might be brief. We'll keep you informed.
Now, this is a step up from a force cage, at least.
If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you. Let's go.
This isn't good. We've got to get off this station.
Почему нам нужно покинуть эту станцию?
What do you think the TSF is going to find at Paragus? That could bring the Sith... You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
А ты что думаешь, Крея?
We cannot stay in any one place too long. But our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
Походу нам звонят. Ну, давайте проверим.
Excuse me, you have a caller. Moza, representing the Ithorian planet restoration interests on Telos. Lieutenant Gren's cleared him if you'd like to speak with him.
Да, пожалуйста, пустите его.
Very well. I'll let him in now.
И о чем это? Нет, можешь разъяснить мне, что это? Да нет, а что у вас за проблемы? Ну хорошо, хорошо, а как я могу вам помочь? Исцелить меня?
Perhaps Chodahabat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so.
Я поговорю с вашим лидером, как только освобожусь.
Now perhaps we will be able to rest on it.
Да они прикалываются, опять звонят, что ли? Ну давайте ответим, хотя на самом деле я не хотел здесь отвечать. Но...
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant. I am attempting to connect you with Executive Officer Jana Lorso. May I put you through?
Погоди, а что ей нужно?
I am sorry, but I do not know. I am only her Administrative Assistant. May I put you through?
Ну ладно уж, подключай.
Thank you. I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call. As my assistant no doubt informed you, I am Jana Lorso.
И зачем ты звонишь?
I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats.
Вызывая во мне чувство вины?
Yes, they play at being downtrodden innocents, having come to you because of these Jedi rumors that are going around the station.
Какие еще слухи?
Oh, I'm sure you've heard that you're a Jedi, one of the last, wanted by the Exchange and who knows how many other organizations, for reasons good or ill. But that's of no interest to me. The Jedi, and your standing with them, have no bearing on this discussion.
Продолжай.
I believe you're a person of influence, someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit. I'm not asking for your help, though. I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself. If you're interested, please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive.
Я загляну к вам, как только смогу.
Excellent. Good luck with that messy investigation, and I hope to see you shortly.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately. Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
If he served in the war, well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability, for a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
He has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that he turned away from war, did all that he could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do him a disservice by not speaking of this while he is present.
I've come to inform you that the Talosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
И сколько же нас будут тут держать?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
А черный ястреб все еще считается
The
конфискованным?
vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and entertainment module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk. The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
А Т-3?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Well, now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off the station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd.
Ты это знаешь по своему собственному опыту.
Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal.
А ты что думаешь об этом всем Крея?
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here, on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities, or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Оставаться ли здесь или исследовать Телос? Нам все равно нужен корабль. Давайте найдем черный ястреб.
Makes sense. I'll follow your lead.
Ну что ж, на этом часть разговорная заканчивается. До новых встреч, удачи, надеюсь, еще увидимся.